As promised, another video. I'm going to do one. It is still March 10th, 12:42 a.m. Either early in the morning or late at night, depending on the type of person you are. Um, but this second vlog is going to be about organization. I'm a very huge fan of organization, and it is a huge proponent in my life, and I attribute organization to a lot of the success that I've had in my life. And it truly has made my life easier on so many levels. And I believe that a lot of people, when they are unorganized, they tend to have a lot of simple problems that occur in their life. And it's just from lack of organization. So to me, why not take the time and organize the things that you have to in order to make your life a little bit simpler. Now, I have came across some people in my life and grew up with some people in my life that say they're the type of people that have a completely disorganized room and they know where everything is at. And if that works for you, then so be it. But is it truly being organized or is it unorganized? Um, and I believe being organized just makes my life so much easier. And it leads to being cleanly and, living in like a cleanliness type of environment. But being organized to me means so many different things. And like I said, I'm a huge fan of it. I actually find it therapeutic sometimes to organize things whenever I'm like at my work environment. I was thinking about it the other day when I was doing some stuff behind the bar and organizing some different stuff, and I found it relaxing. I enjoy doing it. I enjoy putting things back into their place, and I believe that everything does have a place. And regardless of, I think, what type of person you are, whether you're unorganized or organized, we can all agree on that everything does have a place. Even the unorganized person has a place for their unorganized stuff. Even if they're unorganized on every avenue and they're messy and that's just the way that they've gotten by, there's still a place for every one of their things. Like a car is supposed to be kept in a garage or outside. You don't park your car, inside of your house, or you keep certain things in the kitchen, and certain things outside of the kitchen outside of the kitchen. And that's just general organization. But when it comes to organizing my life and doing like daily things and organizing the daily tasks that I have going on, I have this to-do list that follows me, and that's a way to keep track of stuff that people I come into contact to. I can't tell you how many times that people are like, "Oh, I have this on such and such date," or "Can you buy this?" or "Can you remember to do this?" And for a while, when your life is simple and it becomes your new task for that particular instance, then it's relatively easy to remember it. But could you imagine if somebody tells you that a couple times a week and you have a couple different people telling you that? Do you think you can keep track of every single thing? Um, when I have dealt with unorganized people, they tend to forget a lot of things, and they tend to procrastinate the most as well. So they'll wait till the last minute to get things done, and it's because they forgot about doing it. Is a simple a line of sight measure that I've noticed with unorganized people. With the organized person, they're never really caught off guard unless they didn't take the time to put that note or to annotate something wherever they keep their notes and their files and stuff. And I'm not saying you have to be so meticulous about it. Like sometimes I am over meticulous about organization and stuff like that, but I know people who are way more organized, but I like to consider myself adequately organized. Not It's not to a crazy extent. I do like my things in order, but it helps me keep track of certain things. And whenever things come up missing, I know exactly where I put them, because for me, everything has a place. And I know that I tend to forget things a lot less because of my organization. I can always go back to where, in my mind, where I have put that thing or put that note and just go reference it. Um, that the unorganized person tends to struggle with that. And the unorganized people tend to be a little less successful. They tend to be more creative, is what I notice. Unorganized people are a little bit more creative, which is a great aptitude. I'm a little less creative, but more organized. And I feel like those go hand in hand. But when it comes to me keeping track of my daily activities and all sorts of stuff that's going on in my life, and to kind of keep a balance on what I have going on and keep track of everything that I have to do on a consistent and daily basis, if I wasn't organized, I'd forget and I'd let a lot of people down. Could you imagine if, let's say 10 people depended on something over the course of a month, and you let down 8 of them because you failed to be organized or to take notes or to do something related to what they asked you to do on a certain date. And it's for me how I avoid being double booked or avoid overlapping instances where I can't be in 2 places at once. A lot of people, unorganized people, I notice, tend to just agree to everything. Oh yeah, I'll take care of it, and I'll do this and I do that. And they tell you that for instant gratification, but in the long run, when it comes down to it, they end up forgetting and just apologizing. And it seems almost like a way out, but it's truly because they were just as simple as being unorganized. And that's not a terrible thing. I know I may sound like I'm bashing unorganized people, and I'm not. I'm just saying that it works for me to be organized, and it's made my life a lot simpler and more copable, and makes my task a lot more easier to accomplish if I know how to tackle tasks for that particular day. Every day I wake up and start my day off with the first things that I have to accomplish. Everything else that can be done second hand and third hand and fourth hand will be done in that order. And I prioritize my list of stuff to do on a daily basis. And sometimes other things take precedence, and I end up getting to things when I end up getting to them. But I make it my mission that day, each and every day, to complete the stuff that I had set forth to do that day. And I wouldn't know what to do unless I made and kept track and organized that list in some sort of way or fashion. You don't have to do it the exact same way I do it, but any way that works for you to keep track of the things that you got going on will, I'm assure you, that it will make your life a whole lot less miserable and a whole lot more hassle free. And I'm sure that if you come into some organized people's lives and ask them if being organized helps them on a daily basis, just see what they tell you. And if you can ask an unorganized person if being unorganized helps them, and just see what the responses you get for yourself. I'm sure a lot of it will be self-explanatory, and you can already assume the answers, but go out and do that research for yourself. I know what works for me, and it's been after years and years of tried and tested organizational type of things, and I've been able to fine tune it with my military skills and training to keep track of certain things and complete certain tasks by certain times and deadlines and all these other different things to consider whenever whenever you're trying to complete certain tasks. So again, organization to me is a key to being successful, in my opinion, because how else are you supposed to be able to manage your time? And if you're not organized and you can't manage your time, how are you supposed to manage yourself, for one? And if you can't manage yourself, then how are you supposed to ever manage others? And to me, that should be the goal for some people, is to take on responsibility of other people. To me, that is a huge goal of mine, and I always liked the idea of it in the military when I first started out. And then once I had finally worked my way up to a position where I was responsible for other people, I ended up liking that responsibility a lot and moving forward. And there were so many good things that came from just as simple as being organized, and then attributing more responsibility and being responsible for more than just oneself. But I had to prove that I could manage myself before they let me manage other people. So, and for me, organization played a huge part in that, because if I couldn't have managed myself and people would have seen that, then they would never have given me the opportunity to manage other people and to help other people become organized, or to have me lead them. So that'll be it for the second vlog for today. I hope that made sense to a lot of people. I know it may have been a little scattered throughout, but I guess the main takeaway is just try your best to be as organized as you can be, to a degree to where it makes sense to you and you're not forgetting about the important things that you have to do on a daily basis. Even if it's as simple as organizing and setting aside some time for um, to do certain activities with family, or to organize something as simple as what you got going on for the next day. Just make sure you um, try and do it to the best of your ability, and that way you can be steadfast on whatever it is that you have to accomplish that next day. So that'll be it for today's vlog. Again, I appreciate you guys watching, liking, commenting, subscribing. It's going to be going on 1 in the morning now whenever I get a chance to post these videos. But I didn't see a better opportunity than now to be able to do it. So again, I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you on the next one.